looks like it finally quit raining around here. There's going to be a lot of changes coming to the Tennessee River this week. We've had almost 7 inches of rain in the last couple days. I'm going to get out there tomorrow and check it out and see what's happening. But high, dirty water, that's what we're going to be facing the next couple weeks. And that's good. The fishing should be awesome. But that's kind of the theme of this video, is changes. We got the lake changing, the fish are changing, I'm moving, so that's a big change. I'm fishing a new tournament trail this year called the Tennessee River Team Trail. And that's kind of a unique opportunity. The money's similar to the BFLs, like if you win one, and there's less guys, only 60 guys were allowed in this, and it's the first year, so I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with that. I feel fortunate to get picked for that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a real good opportunity for the guys around here. And with that, I have a new tournament partner, which I haven't really had a tournament partner since I moved down here. Really, back home, I had the best tournament partner you could ever ask for, and one of my best friends, but he ended up moving to South Carolina. We had some good runs up there in Wisconsin, I tell you. But, you know, that's a big change, fishing with somebody like that. And I've talked to him a few times, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. Seems like a real good guy. So that's another change we got going on. So I've, the past 2 weekends, I fished 2 tournaments back to back. That's why I haven't made a video. But today it's going to be like a highlight video. And the first one was at Pickwick, and the next one was at Wilson. And it was kind of the same conditions, just brutally cold in the morning in the 20s. Wind 20 miles an hour. But to start the year off with 2 top 10s at 2 different lakes is a pretty good deal. And almost all the fish I caught was on the jig, that same jig I'm showing you guys. And today I'm going to break that down for you and show you exactly what I do out of the package with that jig. But first, I'm going to show you some highlights of the tournaments. And the first one was at Pickwick. Now, it's a little bit different situation than Wilson. We had some high winds, so I really didn't want to make a long run. So I stayed close to the boat ramp. And when you do that, especially if you launch out of Florence, is you're going to be dealing with current. And they had the current on 1,000. So I had to kind of adjust my presentation with that jig. And I don't think I would have won that tournament, but I would have been knocking on the door. And it was my fault. I lost a few fish, but I actually ended up only having 4 fish and still had a top 10. So the size fish I was catching was right on point. But I had to make some modifications to the jig because of the current. And I'll show you that at the end of the video. So here's the footage from Pickwick. Woo. Alright guys, I didn't film all day and I only got a couple catches there, but that was the size fish that I weighed in. And I did lose a few fish that day, about the same size, so that costed me, like I said, I don't think I would have won, but it would have been second, third maybe. So then the next one was at Wilson, and I had a partner for that. One of the guys that works at Grassy Custom Rods and Tackle went with me, and it turned out to be a good time. I just was hammering them on that jig, and I made some mistakes there too. They were a little bit more aggressive than I was expecting, but we still ended up fourth, I think, fourth or fifth, and we got some pizza money. That's what I call it. But so check out that footage right now, and when I come back, I'll show you exactly what I do with that jig from out of the package to finished product.
Where do you go?
The little one. Keep it, bro. Didn't take long.
He was deep, dude. Look at him go.
Shelby little one. Bad juju there.
Cast on that. Yeah. That's a chunk. Alright. Don't piss me off now.
That's a nice.
Sit down and eat me candy.
That little one, man. Yeah, it's muddy. Shoal Creek's always a muddy mess. The rain just dropped. Little limit, man. A little 11 pounds, probably. I think that's what you use.
My ass is white today.
Not a tall one. Go ahead and push that on, man. Go ahead. Get up here. Come on. Yeah, I don't. Oh my God, that's a good one. Sit down, baby. That's the one you need right there, cuz. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one. That's a 5-pounder, huh? Might be more than that. He's more than that. That's
You
6.
broke your thing, so I dropped my foot on it.
Broke what? Oh, shoot. That ain't nothing, man. That's a 6-pounder, cuz.
Dropped my foot on it when I come over to that damn net.
That's a 6er. It's all 6 pound, that one. Yeah, Bubba. That's definitely a 6er.
Let me know where you got this thing, how much they
Go
are.
ahead and I'm going to put the talons on.
Alright.
Get up here and fish a little bit, man.
Five.
You don't want to lose that, man.
I don't mind losing a jig, but like a spinnerbait or something drives me crazy, man.
I'll make a new one.
I know, but still.
Yeah, I hate losing them. I don't like having to take the time to tie them back on. Ah! Crack my ass. I'm just gonna sit there and hold the damn net.
That's a good one there, man.
Run the camera.
That's a three. Pushing it.
That's a choker.
2 and 3/4. Caught him right underneath the boat,
I
bro.
know it. He's straight up and down when you set the hook. I may get one. Big.
It's bigger. Yeah, baby, bigger than that. Yeah, that's a good one. He came off too, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. Get your rod, dude. I got it. Go ahead. I got it. I don't want to bust your rod or my dang boat. Thanks, dude. Freaking wind, man. Yeah. That's a 4 something. Maybe.
I seen you raise up and I seen you go. Whoop.
Yeah, that's pushing 4. Cool.
Yeah, this time of year, definitely.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so here's a jig straight out the package, and the first thing I do, now if you look at everything a bass eats, they're usually dark on top and light on the bottom. So the first thing I do when I grab any jig is I'll look at the skirt and I'll adjust it to where the dark part of the skirt's on the top and the lighter part is on the bottom. If you look at a shad, it's always got a darker back and a light belly, and a crawdad's the same way. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do is you got to work that weed guard a little bit and get it loosened up. And when I'm fishing grass, I'll leave that weed guard alone. But here's the trick: when you're fishing around wood and rock, is what you do is you kind of take it and kind of split that in half the best you can, and then just take your finger and smash it down. And then work it a little bit more. And throughout the day, I'll keep doing that. I don't trim it. Some people trim it. I don't do that. Not with the B&M. It comes out of the package. Really, you can fish it right out of the package, not like most jigs. So after I do that, the second thing I do is flip it upside down. And I'll separate those strands from front to back. And I'll grab the front part and probably maybe an inch, I'll cut that off. See, that makes it uneven. I'll probably do that a little more. See, that causes it to flare on the head, and then when you drop it to the bottom, it flares again. See, that'll get you some more bites. So then we talk about trailers. Now, fishing for so long, I kind of narrowed it down to 2. It's a size choice, really. So let's say, just like the videos I've been making, the water's cold, the fish are just moving up, I'll go as big as possible because this is about the time when you're going to catch the biggest fish. I mean, they weigh the most for their body size, and so that's when I'll go to a big trailer. And my favorite is the Reaction Innovations Kinky Beaver. So what I do with that is, first of all, in the springtime, I always put a little bit of orange on the tip of that bait. So all I do is I just have a Spike It orange marker, and I'll just do a little bit of it. I've shown this before in some videos, but I know most of you guys won't go digging through all those videos, and we might have some new people watching. You do one side, then do the other. And really, that's it. But the other thing I do is trim it up just a little bit. Mash that weed guard down, and that's it. So there it is. That's your finished product. And that jig is a killer with that trailer. So the next trailer I use is a Strike King Rage Craw, and I do modify it a little bit if I'm in current or if the water's real cold and clear, and I'll show you what I do with that. So the main feature of the Rage Craw is the flange on the craw pincher there. But a little trick I do in clear water and in current is I'll trim that flange off there, because that flange will give it too much lift, and that's why I don't use the Kinky Beaver, is because you'll get it up in that current and it'll just catch too much of that water and it just drifts way too quick. So all you gotta do is, I know everybody has these, so I just trim that flange off of it. And that'll create less lift and less drag in the water. You still have that craw pincher profile, and that's really all that matters. And like, say if you're fishing a tournament, you just do a few of these the night before, then you don't really have to waste time during the tournament. That's usually what I'll do. Alright, then just like I did with that Kinky Beaver, is I'll paint a little bit of orange on there, and what I do is I'll color like the thumb of the pincher orange. Not a lot, just a little bit. I think some guys overdo it with that, but everybody catches fish, so to each their own. But this is the way I do it, and this is what I'm using when you see me in the videos. But this is it. It just won't have as much lift as normal. You know, when you have a Rage Craw on as a trailer and you watch it, it won't really do that. It'll kind of just wave around. But those are the two trailers I use on a jig in the springtime, and I hope it catches you some more fish. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you next time.